We are here at the Suzuki Wagon R Limited. This is our daily currently, and we don't have a drive recorder. So we are going to change that. We pulled this from a used car of ours. It is a very simple drive recorder, but it's kind of nice and you got to have one when you're driving. So what we're going to do is going to mount it right up here, right next to the ETC reader. And we are going to run the same cable along that side all the way down over there because you have to ID where your fuses are. And all of our fuses are right here. And we already have accessory hot and everything because we put an ETC reader in the car already. So let us get started on the drive recorder. Good. That lines up the circle. Back with that. Perfect. Okay. Now, what we need is we need to go into accessory hot, but we only have a cigarette lighter. And I don't like things that take up a cigarette lighter. So in order to do a clean install, what we are going to need is one of those cigarette lighter to positive negative converters. They're really cheap, and we'll get one right now. And there's the pieces I need. So what this is a cigarette lighter to twin pin positive and negative to go to your ground and your battery power. So that's what that is. And I'm gonna mount this hidden under here so I can both charge stuff and have additional accessories for this, which I pulled out of the cappuccino. I am going to put this guy probably right around here. So if driver position looks like this, I think to not have too much of a stretch of cable, I'm going to put it right there, and then I will sneak the cable really quickly into this seam here and then come on down. Unfortunately, the way this car is laid out, I can't fit cables under here. I can, but up until this point, there's too many bolts that actually secure this there that I have to go around here. Otherwise, I'd have to take the entire dash off. So I got all this super lame cabling right here, but it doesn't affect the actual weather stripping. It still does close on it perfectly fine. So one more cable's not gonna kill it. It's just not the best look. Before you go piecing anything back together, always test. Always test to make sure the thing is working. So we got our cable plugged in. We're gonna plug in our little deck thing here. Turn it on. It should turn on. There we go. So we have power. You only get one chance at this, joking, not joking. So driver position's right about there. So basically anywhere next to the vent. Done. Oh wait, no turning back now. All right, well, one little tiny stretch of cable, I can live with that. Okay, to be fair, you can't see anything from here. We actually did pretty good, but if you go down like that, we still have some cabling, and we're gonna try to clean that up and tuck it up a little bit more. See, KEI cars don't have a whole lot of room. So once my foot's here, I mean, that's pretty much all the room I have. That's the firewall, basically, which isn't very much clearance. And actually, I just realized I snagged this cable, so that's gotta go in there. All right, so let's test out what we've done. We have our dash cam right there and our cool little performance panel right here. This car is keyless, so as long as you have the key on your person, you're good to go. So that was our ETC reader, and now we have our G sensor for all the crazy G's we're going to be pulling. We have pitch control, we have yaw control, well, readings, not control, I shouldn't say that. This will go through various different kind of menuing And we have our dash cam. So let me just position this so it shows the front. There we go. We are ready to go. So let's test this baby out real quick. You know, this is my daily now. I bought this initially to have a third vehicle because I had my cappuccino, and I can't put my kids in the cappuccino. There's no possible way I'd put one of them, but yeah, it's only got 2 seats, so logistically speaking, it was very difficult to do that. Now I have 4 seats and enough room for a set of wheels in the back, so that's all good. And now I got these little creature comforts, and I got AC, and everything's kind of fine and dandy. And it's auto, so it does break up the intensity of always having to drive manual. But honestly, I don't think, and this isn't coming from a situation of affluence, because couldn't be further than the truth, but I think I need a third car. Reason being, one's not enough to switch it up every day. It just doesn't feel like enough. But for now, that will be a video and a question and an answer for another day. For now, we have our performance monitor for all our sick 57 horsepower and our dash cam, so when we do get into an accident and this car crumples like a can of Pepsi, we'll be all good with evidence and scenes of the horrendous crash. But that's what dash cams are for. Till the next one.